Hi guys, as requested, we're here to interview one of the most, I guess, sought after interviews that we had in the past. So you were asking about his life, how he made his money, and how he grew in the real estate market. I'm talking about the one and only
Hey, it's me again.
Yeah,
I'm
Carly.
back.
A lot of people have been asking for you. They've been requesting because for those who are new to this video series, we did several videos in Shangri-La a couple of months ago. Then we did a couple more in Dubai. So a lot of people have been watching them, both Facebook and YouTube. So they're interested about you and then how you went on with your career as a real estate thought leader right now.
Wow.
That's what I see him. He's whatever he says is something that's very, very valuable. So we're taking a lot of his time right now, but thank you so much for indulging.
Thank you for coming here, Marvin.
Yeah, of course. So how did things start?
Right, Tito Boy. I guess I think it all started when I was 12 years old. That's a very significant milestone in my life. At 12 years old, I was in school. I wanted this push-button pencil box. Can you relate? Yeah, push-button pencil box. It goes up, nag-open. And I told my mom, sabi ko sa mom ko, Mom, I want this pencil box. My mom told me a very important statement that I cannot forget. Sabi niya, okay anak, we cannot afford the pencil box. Wala tayong budget. If you want this pencil box, two things. Either you become an honor student, and I'll buy you the pencil box, or you have to work for yourself, work for your own money. So I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. No, I studied hard, and I ended up getting a pasang-awa grade, not an honor student. So I said, okay, this will not work. So at 12 years old, I eventually started to earn my own money as a delivery boy in Binondo. So I was delivering stuff, riding my bicycle around Binondo. And it was there that my eyes were opened to see the difference between a working class and a businessman. The working class kasi will really exchange their time for money. They exchange their physical effort to get money. Pero yung mga wealthy, they think about scalability, they think about trading, they think about leveraging other people, and they're okay not to do it themselves. Vis-a-vis, let's say, my working class mindset, it's laging may wait if I do it myself. If I'm good, if I'm magaling, if I spend physical time. Vis-a-vis a businessman, and they just sit in the office and they delegate, they have systems in place. No? So I would see businessmen na they would have, the wealthy businessman in Binondo, Chinatown, most of them would have properties. They would have rental properties, and they would have properties that were bought at a cheap price and eventually sold at a high price. So that's where I started to see the opportunities of property.
All right. So from 12 years old to the time you were starting to earn your own money, of course, real estate would cost also, you need some sort of capital to be able to buy property.
Okay.
How did you get the funding for that as well? And what age did you actually, parang sige, I'll go and venture into this until you became Carl D?
Sige, Tito Marvin. This is very intimate. I've never shared it with anybody except
exclusive
only here, no? So after being a delivery boy, seeing the opportunities in property, you need money to buy properties, no? So I eventually went into architecture school because I believe that construction and property is something for me. And people ask me, Carl, why did you go into architecture? Are you good in drawing? Are you good in engineering? Sabi ko, no. I was just so bad in school. Ang sabi nila sa akin, take up architecture, Carl, kasi wala kang aaralin dun. Drawing ka lang ng drawing and you will pass. So I took up architecture, and that's slowly I got into property. And then I worked for Architect Palafox while they were doing Rockwell. So I saw how Rockwell started as a power plant and eventually became this beautiful building and beautiful community. And then eventually I got a job. You know, when you're studying architecture school, your dream job is to be in this beautiful building in Ayala Avenue. It has this nice curve drawn by architects Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill. Do you know that building?
Tower 1? Tower 1?
Stock Exchange in Tower 1. So I've dreamt of working in that building. So 2002, I finally got my wish. I got accepted to work for Ayala Land, no? So I worked as a starter salesperson in Ayala Land, and eventually was offered to become a manager, then eventually a director. So during this time, so your question, Marvin, how did I get money to buy my first property, no? So you're right, Marvin, the first property is usually the most difficult, no? Not only financially, but this is your first time to get your feet wet. So a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty. But here's the story. Here's, Marvin, the scoop. Nobody knows about this one, huh? But
Exclusive!
exclusive, no? So, when I first got money, me and my sister, Isel, we invested in a food cart. Yeah, in a food cart, diba? So it's food cart, investment was not so high. And that food cart would make around 30,000, 35,000.
How old were you at this time?
I think I was 25,
Okay.
25-ish at that time. Still
5 years
single.
working na, okay.
Yeah. So, it made mga 30,000, 35,000 a month. And me and my sister, we brainstormed and said, okay, what are we gonna do with this 30,000? If we split it, take 15,000 a month tayo, it's not really big amount of money. So why don't we buy a condo and pay that monthly amortization for 5 years, 35,000. That's where I started. So our first condo, it was the food cart's profit who paid for the monthly amortization of the condo. So fast forward, after 5 years, the condo is now there. It's earning 20 plus thousand a month in rental. So we paid 35 for 5 years, and now it's bringing in 25,000 a month for more than maybe 8 years already. So it's gonna be like a perpetual source of income. But you asked me what happened to my food cart. That small food cart, wala na. Unfortunately, it closed down na.
Okay.
But
how many years did it
that
last?
food cart, maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 years.
Okay.
No? So it paid for the property. So, ang nakatuwa dito, the food cart is gone. But the hard asset property is there.
It's there.
And it's still going strong until today.
But there's a very, very good principle there, no? You got business income and then transferred it into investment
Yes.
income.
Yep.
Naman ngayon.
Yep.
So from there, from 25 to 40, what happened?
Wow. 25 to 40.
Or
Okay.
how did you make it grow? Or what did you do?
I guess working for Ayala Land, no? So there's some active income happening. So we had some sales transaction. But because of my exposure with the wealthy clients of Ayala, I somehow got a sneak peek into their mindset. So I strongly believe kasi na an average person and a wealthy person sometimes can be given the same set of cards, but the wealthy person might see things differently, right?
That's right. Try to hang out with you, so at least I get that mindset.
Diba? So it's really the mindset. No? So I was in that circle of businessman mindset. Really, people who are willing to take risks and willing to fail. I think if you were to ask me what was the biggest lesson when I was young, was I was given parang an approval or like a go signal that it's okay to fail, it's okay to make mistakes, and it's the best time to do your failure and mistakes is when you're young, no? So I took a lot of early risks when I was younger. A lot of it involves financial risk, buying properties, stretching myself, taking loans, and somehow it all panned out naman. So properties that were used to be 2 million before became 4 million. So that's how you double your asset.
Wasn't it a bit scary na you took the risk of taking out a loan? Kasi kahit ako hanggang ngayon, I'm still hesitant about about paying interest rates kasi I keep thinking na what's gonna happen 5 years, 10 years along the line. I can't project my cash flow at that point. Parang what pushed you na I can still do it.
Ano mo, one thing that as I look back, no, hindsight is what? 2020, right? 2020,
yeah. Sana nag-Bitcoin ako lang.
As I look back, it's not that I'm magaling or I had some analysis. It's because I'm not intelligent. I'm not really that smart. So when things were happening and my mentors were telling me to do this, do that, I just took their advice. So I guess now I look back and say, wow, now I learned to analyze more. It gets more scary if you analyze so much. So when I was younger, I was 20 plus year old, I was just taking a lot of risk, unnecessarily risk, without really knowing what's ahead of me. But a good thing I survived those risks, and you kind of like grow your asset base after that risk.
Alright, just to close. So,
Alright.
how do you advise people who are starting out like you also that they probably didn't have a clue also on where to do, what to start, or how could they possibly grow wealth, and how can they use real estate or property investing to make that happen.
All right, I guess first things first, you have to really educate yourself. Maybe I took a lot of risks. I took a lot of things I don't know. I entered into spaces I don't know. But I was mentored by the wealthy clients that I was with before. So yun yung difference. I'm not that intelligent, I'm not that smart, but I had the guidance of mentors. So number one is to educate yourself. So yun talaga yung most important. That's why try to attend Icon. There will be a lot of speakers there, a lot of learning. Sit down in one day, your brain will be given a lot of information, a lot of mindset, and educate yourself. And if you're going to property, always remember, property is long-term. Yon. So long-term mindset is better than a short-term mindset. Yes?
Yes, of course.
All
so
right.
Lastly, what can they expect from you from Icon?
Okay, for Icon, I'll be talking about a very new type of property, which is hotel room investing. Hotel room investing is very passive. You don't have to do anything. Everything will be done for you by the hotel operator. So pros and cons, I will share with you in Icon.
And stay tuned for more videos with Carl D.
Wow.
I know you guys want his insights now, so I hope this video is something that's very helpful to you, and I hope that it helps you reach your goals of financial freedom. So see you all again soon.
See ya.